Hey Jessica, got your message, and I completely understand where you're coming from. Portion size, sorry, can be very tricky. So let me just teach you a little trick I learned from Precision Nutrition. Should you calorie count, like weigh your foods? Yeah, I think it's definitely an option if you really want to dial things in and be really in tune with what's happening. And for the first, like, I'd say 12 weeks of anyone's program, learning what's in calories is a really useful thing. After a while though, like, calorie counting it can be a bit of a drag. So again, I'm going to teach you something I learned from Precision Nutrition, which is sort of the feel it out method, I guess, and that's using your hand. So when it comes to protein, you should be basically aiming for about 1 palm size serving of protein. So if you take, like, for example, a steak and you put your palm next to the steak, roughly that's how big it should be. And obviously you can just cut off whatever's not within that portion size of your palm. For carbohydrates, as gross as it sounds, if you had like a bowl of rice and you have your cupped hand, you scoop some rice out with your cupped hand, that's roughly how much you should have. For fat, it's about 1 thumb length. So if you take a bunch of nuts and put your thumb next to it, that's roughly how much you should have. Why? Because fat is super high in calories. Fruits and vegetables, I don't really think we should be limiting the portion size on that, simply because the calorie intake of it is quite minimal. But again, for protein, it's about 1 palm. For carbohydrate like rice, it's a cupped hand. And for fat, it's a thumb. I think it's a really good sort of place to start, aside from counting calories and weighing your food, to give you just a little bit of a ballpark, a little bit of guideline to go by when it comes to portion size. Hope that was helpful.